Hey there, meteorologist Sydney Gover here from the First Alert Desk, and it's Friday, it's the end of the work week, now we're looking towards the weekend, but with that we're also looking towards storms and also potential severe weather threat this weekend. So I'll walk you through everything you need to know, starting with what the severe weather threat is and the timing. If I can get this to move, let's see if we can, one second. Sometimes it doesn't want to work. Okay. Now let's see if it'll move. Come on, computer. Maybe. There we go. So this is what the severe weather outlook from the Storm Prediction Center looks like for today. Notice we're not in that for us, but the very corner of northwestern Louisiana is included in that level 1 out of 5 marginal risk for severe weather. But there is an enhanced risk off towards the north and west of us for places like Arkansas, Oklahoma. That same storm system that's sparking the storms to our north and west of us today is going to be headed our way. So this is today, then it shifts off towards the east for tomorrow and going into early Sunday morning. So portions of the state are placed in a level 2 out of 5 slight risk for severe weather. Here locally, we're in that 1 out of 5 marginal risk for severe weather. So we're talking about an isolated storm threat that some of them could be on the stronger to severe side, really starting late Saturday going into early Sunday morning. So let's walk through the timing. Here we go. This is the graph model. This is starting at 7:30 in the morning. I do think for the most part Saturday we're not going to be really looking at any kind of washout or storm. So I think if you have any Saturday morning plans, maybe there's a sprinkle here and there, but I think you're really going to be good to go. Models don't really start popping up the storms until the afternoon on Saturday. And for these storms that pop up, I'm not really worried about severe weather. Maybe you get underneath a downpour, some lightning, or some brief strong winds, but not really expecting anything severe through the afternoon on Saturday. Here's the evening showing some scattered storms really staying up towards the north of us. But again, models don't do a great job at pinpointing exactly where the storms pop up, so I wouldn't rule out that we don't see any storms into the evening hours. Then that increases beginning by the late evening going into overnight. So here's 10 p.m. Notice the storm activity and showers taking place off towards the west. That heads eastward very early Sunday morning, so this is at 1 a.m. Could see some downpours in here, lightning. I think the main concern with this line of storms that moves through very early Sunday morning is going to be strong winds, lightning, heavy rain at times. This is what this is a decaying cold front. So it's very hard to pinpoint the exact timing and how much rain we're going to get with this because it's a dying frontal boundary. So, and it's also going to move very slowly. So we saw 1 a.m. Now this is 4 a.m. still not quite to the Baton Rouge Metro. Then by 6 a.m. still showing some heavier rain, some storms, and some lingering showers behind that in the early morning hours of Sunday. Then it pushes off by the afternoon. Now I wouldn't say that we're completely in the clear by the afternoon on Sunday. You see another wave of energy off towards the west, but for the most part we're looking at early morning on Sunday for that severe weather threat and our best chance for some storms. So the main concern again is really going to be stronger winds embedded in those storms. And then also I've highlighted flooding just because of the slow moving nature of this storm threat and also aligned with the decaying cold front, right? So I do think we could see some piling of some water in those low-lying areas, you know, typical South Louisiana, isolated flash flooding in some places in early Sunday morning. But that's not it. Rain chances, a few showers and storms popping up this afternoon. Our best rain chances are going to be Saturday and early Sunday morning, and then more rain on the way by Monday. I think our driest day in the days ahead is going to be on Tuesday, and then more scattered showers and storms by Wednesday and Thursday of this upcoming work week. So what that means is, well, much needed rainfall for not only just South Louisiana, but also for places up to the north of us as well. So you see these hot spots of these yellows and oranges, that's upwards to 5 to 4 inches. So a lot of rainfall expected. Now again, this is over a week. This is the Weather Prediction Center average rain potential over the next 7 days. So this takes us through next Friday. And this is showing here locally 2.5 to 4 inches. really along and north of the interstates, and then that does taper off the further south you go, 1/2 inch to 2.5 inches, and then down to 1 inch along the coast. So much needed rainfall expected over the next week, which is what we'd like to see. Here's a live look outside our Sky 9 camera right now. This is facing downtown. You can see the flags on the ferry landing, or kind of see that moving a good bit. There's a pretty sustained wind coming out of the south today ahead of that system that's up towards the north and west of us. Also a good amount of cloud cover. It's very indicative of the moisture that we have in the air, so we'll keep those puffy clouds throughout the day as well. It's already warm. It's already warm, low 80s here at the Baton Rouge Metro. We're sitting right at 80 degrees, as well as Hammond, 82 though, and Gonzales 79 up in Macomb. So yeah, we got another warm day on tap for us. So I've got temperatures climbing into the mid to upper 80s today. Very warm, and then a few storms should pop up into the late afternoon, early evening. So I've got rain chances at 30% today for an isolated storm or two, brief downpour. Otherwise, it's just going to be a hot and kind of muggy day. Very typical spring-like feel. Temperatures dropping back down into the low 70s by midnight, so it is going to be another muggy start to start the weekend. Also, we could see some potential for some patchy fog in the morning tomorrow. So not the best looking weekend, but it's still the weekend, right? We can still be appreciative of that. So as we approach the weekend with the potential for some severe weather and storms, it'd be a good idea, if you don't already have, download our WFB First Alert weather app. You can find that on the App Store, also the Google Play Store. With this app, you'll get notifications if there's lightning nearby, heavy rain, any severe weather alerts will go straight to your phone. And of course, you'll get the hourly forecast, what to expect hour by hour in the next 48 hours. Not only the 7-day forecast, but you also get the extended forecast. We forecast up to 10 days. All right, stick around. Just less than an hour at the noon show. I'll have more details on the timing of the rain this weekend and the latest on that severe weather threat coming up right here on WFB.
Southern Air of Baton Rouge says no, 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 no interest, no money down, no payments for 12 months on HVAC, plumbing, and electrical services. Scan the QR code on your screen to learn more. Southern Air of Baton Rouge says no, 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 no interest, no money down, no payments for 12 months on HVAC, plumbing, and electrical services. Scan the QR code on your screen to learn more. Southern Air of Baton Rouge says no, 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 no interest, no money down, no payments for 12 months on HVAC.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Southern Air of Baton Rouge.